Hello, welcome you all to SSB Short Academy and also to this weekly current affairs session. Ladies and gentlemen, those who are preparing for NDA series and AFCAT, this session of around 15 minutes is going to be very important for you, for your written examination perspective and also for SSB point of view. Why? Because in SSB, in GD, lecturate, and to get some more themes of psychological test while writing a storage, these events will help you a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I start this, I'll tell you that I have subdivided this topic, the complete coverage of the world and whatever the important happenings were there for last 7 days globally into the different subtopics. These are international issues, national affairs, regional state affairs, sports, defense, and miscellaneous. Miscellaneous will cover some important person, places, and dates which were in the news. So first of all, I will be discussing regarding the US resolution on Ukraine crisis. So ये यूक्रेन क्राइसिस क्या है, पिछले कई दिनों से ये न्यूज में है एंड आप सभी को मालूम है कि यूक्रेन क्राइसिस ये रसिया और यूक्रेन के बीच में है. तो ये क्राइसिस एक्चुअली यूएसए हैड हेल्प्ड यूक्रेन टू गेट इंडिपेंडेंट फ्रॉम रसिया इन द ईयर 1991. ठीक है, तो उस टाइम से ही रसिया को यूक्रेन को कब्जा करने का, यूक्रेन को अपने अंदर करने का और टू अटैक यूक्रेन फॉर इट्स ओन बेनिफिट, there is such issues, but since then Russia keeps helping Ukraine. So abhi recently on Feb 17 2022 the US Senate voted overwhelmingly to show its support for an independent Ukraine. It means the sovereignty of Ukraine has to be maintained, no interference from the Russian side. So this is the directly or indirectly, already you all know that the US is supporting independent Ukraine. So Senate also condemned Russian military aggression towards its neighbor. Recently, it was also in news around 100,000 soldiers were deployed by the Russian army on the border of Ukraine, amid emergence of fresh fears of a possible invasion, which in turn could spiral towards a European war. So it would be for the first time after around 40 years that some other countries is invading European country to like Ukraine. This resolution was passed after President Joe Biden noted that US has every indication of a potential Russian attack on Ukraine. तो आपको ये समझ में आ गया है कि यूएस का जो स्टैंड है completely it is with Ukraine and they want Ukraine to be an independent nation and has not to be disturbed by any political or international countries or organizations. ठीक है. Next we will discuss that the Falkland Island dispute. सबसे पहले मैं आपको ये बता देना चाहता हूं कि ये फाल्कलैंड आइलैंड कहाँ पे है. ये आइलैंड अराउंड 500 किलोमीटर अवे, इट मींस ईस्ट फ्रॉम द अर्जेंटीना. ठीक है, here in the map you can see where is the Argentina. Argentina is in here, here in the South American continent, you can see here. ठीक है, and this island, the smaller portion is the Falkland. Here you will see the West Falkland and East Falkland in this region. ठीक है, around 500 kilometer east to Argentina. So why this was in news? Because in world map you will find here, you'll find it is written UK. So here it is controlled by the United Kingdom. Okay. So recently a flights of British military planes to the Falkland Islands stopped at Brazilian airports. This incident has sparked tensions because Brazil has defended the flights while backing Argentina's sovereignty claims over the islands. So what Argentina claims? Argentina क्या claim कर रहा है कि इस island पे complete control is there of Argentina and its sovereignty has to be maintained. आपको confuse होगा कि sovereignty होता क्या है? Sovereignty means कि some other nation should not interfere into the interior matter of any other nations. तो अगर इंडिया के जम्मू कश्मीर के मैटर पे अगर कोई दूसरा कंट्री लाइक चाइना एंड पाकिस्तान इफ स्पीक समथिंग, that is called the violation of or interference, or you can say the sovereignty of India is not being maintained. Okay, so that is what Argentina says. Argentina's sovereignty claims over the island. So Argentina claims that this is the part of Argentina, but it is been under the control of UK. So Chinese embassy in the UK extended its support to Argentina's legitimate claim to full sovereignty over the island. Britain So here you can see here, the China also supports Argentina to have control over this. Britain reasserted its rule in 1833. However, Argentina maintains its claim to the islands. Argentina military forces invaded the islands in April 1982. Since 1833, there is control of UK on this island. So in 1982 में क्या हुआ कि Argentina's military forces invaded Falkland Island. ठीक है? So British administration was restored after the end of Falkland War. Again, after this war, when the Argentina army invaded this, again there was a control of UK, or you can say the British army over on this island. Yeah, recently there was Malawi wild polio case. Malawi is a country in Africa. It is a landlocked country. So after a case of wild polio was discovered in a 3-year-old child, Malawi announced a wild polio outbreak. ठीक है, so ये wild polio जो है ना ये it is very common in this region. So what was there in the year 2020? The continent was declared free of all kinds of wild polio, but there was a tension when it was in news that the wild polio outbreak was there. ठीक है, because some case of wild polio was found in Malawi. So polio is most common in children under the age of 5, and it can result in irreversible paralysis. ठीक है, एक बार पोलियो हो जाने के बाद that particular organ or the body parts is damaged completely, and it cannot be reversed back to a normal one. Okay, so when respiratory muscles are harmed, even death can occur. So the most common form of poliovirus is wild polio, and wild polio is spread through the environment, but another type of polio connected to the oral vaccine is equally dangerous. Clear? Next comes the removal of UK golden visas. Just to cut down on fraud, UK Home Secretary Priti Patel announced to scrap the golden visa. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I go to the national affairs, to the national coverage, I would like to tell you what are the courses is being run by SSB Sure Shot Academy. We run courses in online and offline platforms. We have for SSB courses like 14-day online SSB classes, which is taken by General Bhakuni sir and various experts. Personality development online class by again General Bhakuni sir. Apart from this, we have many online classes for CDS, NDA, and CAPF. Recently, the crash course for CDS and NDA in online platform is going to start from 1st of March, targeting 10th April NDA CDS examination. We have some special online classes for maths, GS, and reasoning separately. And apart from this, various offline classes for SSB, NDA, CDS are there. To get more queries on this, you can contact these two numbers, and to get periodic discount on these courses, you can download our application from Google Play Store, and there you will get some discount on that. So the first national affairs, what we need to discuss is the extension of Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan scheme. So on February 18, 2022, Ministry of Education approved the continuation of Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan, which is RASA. Why I'm discussing this? Because in examination like CDS and NDA, sometime you will ask to write the correct full form of the some terminology. So this is RASA, that is Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan. So Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan is a holistic scheme of development of higher education. It was started in the year 2013 by the Ministry of Human Resource Development. It is a centrally sponsored scheme launched with the aim of providing strategic funding to higher educational institutions across the country. So next we'll see the phase 2 of interoperable criminal justice system, which is started. So what is this interoperable criminal justice system? So ICJH is a national platform that helps in integrating the nation's primary IT system for criminal justice delivery. So what are these? What are the system will be integrated under this? It is listed out here. See, police through criminal and crime tracking and network system, e-forensic for forensic labs, e-courts for courts, e-prosecution for public prosecutors, and e-prisons for prisons. Next comes the World Bank Reward Project. The World Bank, the government of India, the state governments of Karnataka and Odisha have signed around 115 million US dollar deal for the rejuvenating watersheds for agricultural resilience through innovative development, that is reward, to help national and state governments adopt improved watersheds management. Watershed management is one of the need of an hour for India, because you'll find in some regions we have flood, and in some regions at the same time there is drought. So the water management is most important for the better agriculture product and the better agricultural yields by the farmers. Okay, so this is a very good initiative from the government side. Next we'll see Meri policy Mera Haath doorstep campaign. This is again for the farmers. इसके अंदर क्या होगा कि farmers can immediately apply for the compensation for the losses caused by the different climate change. So with the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana entering the 7th year of implementation of the upcoming Kharif season, the government has announced a new doorstep crop insurance distribution policy known as Meri Policy Mere Haath. The Meri Policy Mere Haath doorstep campaign has been launched to ensure that all farmers are well informed about their land records, policies, and the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana's claim and grievance readdressal process. So that to get the instant, what do we say, compensation, it's more beneficial. Now, the operation Nanne Fariste. So it is interlinked with those Nanne Fariste, those small child who all are lost and are found lurking on the platforms in India. So under this operation Nanne Fariste, the Railway Protection Force have rescued more than 1,000 kids from railway stations across India in month of January 2022. The RPF is entrusted with providing safety to passengers. If it has saved around 1,045 children who were found alone or were abandoned at the railway stations. This is also a very good step to give a new life to the children who all are abandoned and unknown to the platforms. Now, Taj Mahotsav 2022. So the Taj Mahotsav 2022 is scheduled to happen from March 20 to March 29. It is a 10-day cultural festival held in Agra. Okay, each year. So it is the most well-known art, craft, gourmet, and culture festival held at the crossroads of winter and spring. The Taj Mahotsav 2022 will be held under the theme Azadi ke Amrit Mahotsav Sang Taj ke Rang. So this theme is important. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, these themes are always important from any exam which is being conducted by UPSC. The Taj Mahal the Taj Mahotsav was started in 1992, and it is held with the aim of encouraging craftsmen, innovative work, and assisting them in showcasing their various skills. Next, you will see the Assam project Arohan, which supports generally to the students, to mentor students to get skill so that they can be eligible to work further to earn. This project will be launched to provide guidance to students and boost their skills. A good initiative by the Assam government. Remember, this has been launched in Assam and the project name is Arohan. Now, Supreme Court on Krishna water dispute. Karnataka government has moved to the Supreme Court for the Krishna water dispute. Krishna River and the Krishna Kaveri water dispute has been a very long water dispute is there in South India. And Krishna River, which flows from Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. Remember the state names. Next, we will see the Madhya Pradesh has celebrated Khajuraho dance festival. The Kala Parishad of Madhya Pradesh organizes the Khajuraho dance festival, a one-week classical dance festival held annually beside the Khajuraho temple, located in Chhatarpur district of Madhya Pradesh. February 15 is declared as Shaheed Divas in Bihar because there was a long demand for this. We were somewhere forgetting those sacrifices which were made in the Munger district of Bihar. So these freedom fighters had never got their due, even though this was the biggest massacre carried out by the British police after Jallianwala Bagh in 1919 in Amritsar. So you can imagine that on February 15, this will be commemorated as the Shaheed Divas in the honor of 34 freedom fighters who were killed by police 90 years ago in Tarapur town in Munger district of Bihar. Next, we'll see the first Nation Maritime Security Coordinator, NMSC. Following the 26/11 terrorist attack, India has been consistently trying to augment the nation's maritime security. In regard to this, the government has appointed Vice Admiral retired G. Ashok Kumar as the nation's first National Maritime Security Coordinator with the view of strengthening the country's maritime security. After the 26/11, it was the need for the Maritime Security Coordinator, and that has been launched. Next, you will see it was also in news that Hilal-e-Pakistan, which is the second highest civilian award in Pakistan, was was presented to the Bill Gates. So Bill Gates was awarded with Hilal-e-Pakistan. With this, we come to the end of today's session. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever we have discussed is really important. I'll suggest you to keep on track of this weekly current affairs session, which comes once in a week from on the YouTube channel of SSB Short Academy. These topics are very, very important. And after a lot of research from your point of view, from your SSB point of view and written courses for your benefit, our team works on this to bring the data. Before we end the session, I would like to tell you, we run online and offline courses for SSB and also for CDS, NDA, and AFCAT. To get more queries for these courses, contact these two numbers. And to get periodic discount on the courses, download our application from Google Play Store. Thank you.